Had quite a year so far already. The one, the only, Conan O'Brien!
Hi, everybody. How are you?
I realize I didn't introduce myself. I'm Michael Schneider. I'm the TV editor at Variety, so I'm not just some guy that took off this. Well, I actually kind of.
No. You're a terrific writer, and thank you for doing this. Let's hear a hand.
You are so kind.
Very nice of you to do it.
So, how fucking dreamy is
What's the language?
I already screwed it up.
Okay.
How dreamy is that Javier Bardem?
Yeah, it's Javier. Which I learned very quickly. That was a gift. This season we've got some ringers that stepped in at various points, and that was Javier said when I interviewed him in the States, I would love to show you Madrid sometime, and I thought A-list movie star. He's saying that just to get out of the podcast. Done. I just want to get back in my town car and get back to the hotel and leave. And sure enough, the minute he heard that I might even be going to Spain, he said, I want in. We were just going to shoot one thing with him, and he just kept saying more. And he's just a dream. I mean, it's just, he's so funny. And you're doing a lot of improv together in that scene where we're mirroring, we're eating with each other. I'll do a little thing, he'll pick up on it, then he'll do a little thing, and you just think, this is like the greatest UCB partner you've ever had. You know, he's fantastic. He's amazing.
Yes, country for this old man.
Yes, yeah. There you go.
So how much of that did you plan out with him when we were doing these segments? Did you know you were going to end up doing some improv like that, or did it just kind of happen?
Well, first of all, I have to come clean. We have, and they're here, the amazing, this team, Mike Sweeney and Jesse Gaskell and Jose Arroyo, who working very hard. You guys should stand. Come on, stand up. Come on. Oh, they're not here. All right. Hey, Jesse, how are you? Good to see you. And there's Jose right there, also known as Dr. Arroyo. And Sweeney's in the back. That's
such a typical writer thing, though. They're like, here you go.
Yeah, but just try and cut him out of the process. But they work really hard coming up with different scenarios and doing a lot of research. They also came up with the pork casso bit, which I insisted they cut and thought they had cut until I'm sitting here in the audience tonight, and next to Mike Sweeney, and I see him put his head in his hand. Because he suddenly realizes he told me he cut it and he didn't.
I love it. The soul leaving your body.
Yeah, but really didn't leave my body. No one saw you leave, it's okay. Anyway, yeah, from this angle it'll be more exciting. Two guys with microphones. Series. But yeah, they work really hard, and we have just an incredible operation we've been honing. It started with, really even before Conan Without Borders, it started on the old late night show with Finland, and then it's been a trajectory of trying to do more and more of these shows, Conan Without Borders, and then doing them for Max, so we can keep elevating the look, have access to some more people, and it's been a journey, but it's been a lot of people that have helped along the way. So Jeff Ross is here, who's the executive producer, who makes all the we're very blessed. There's a guy who's here tonight who really, you could be anywhere in the world and you could say, I need a wizard's hat made of caramel. You could be in Bahrain. You can say, I need a Harry Potter wizard's hat made of caramel, and he'll say, okay. And he'll run out, and he'll come back 20 minutes later with it. I don't know how he does it, but it's Jason Shalemmy. And he's here. yeah, I would say it's a healthy mix of me getting into situations, and my favorite thing is to not get a reaction from people who are from another land and horrified. Why is Jane Lynch here? They just don't know what this man is doing. They don't know, and I love those. That's one of my favorite things.
I gotta imagine going back and watching some of the footage that you probably didn't see some of those reactions in the moment,
right,
until later you see the eye rolls or certain things where people are like.
My favorite is just staring in disbelief, and also sometimes just glassy-eyed. What's wrong with that man? And those are some of my favorite reactions.
How do you know how to pick so the civilians that you start with when you talk to on the podcast and you decide, okay, this is a good person to feature on the show?
Yep.
The civilian Javier, for example, in the beginning,
yep.
He actually had some chops. I mean,
they're great. The people that we've found so far, last season and this season, have been, they're all, it helps so much, and I'm very blessed that I have fans that are good-natured and funny, and they invariably are willing to give things a go, and they have a good heart. That just seems to be what translates. So Aaron Blair will, we call him Blay, he will do some research, did it for a long time with his sister. She was working on the show, and she moved to help me out here. No one cares. Nobody cares what you meant. All the people you are. I'm pretty sure she's in like Minnesota. What's that? Michigan? It's one of those AM ones where you fly over and you look down.
When did she move? And how's her new place?
Nice, really nice. In cinder blocks. It's hung together with molten cheese. Anyway, they they do the research. We have people that call in and say, or call in, such an idiot. They contact us. Confusion. They call us through the computer, said the old idiot. And then we proceed to, there's a leading process, and then I talk to them. And then we can kind of figure out who would be a good person to visit. And you can just tell, okay, airline pilot, and he seems like he has a great sense of humor, and he seems really sweet, and I could learn, that would be a good segment. You kind of learn which would make a good segment.
So what comes first? You decide where you want to go, and then you start to reach out to
it all sort of starts to congeal. I love the word congeal. It congeals at another angle. Lily bullets are the best thing. It's really clever, if you don't finish it. Beats Picasso anytime. Anyway, in my life. I would say it's a process of it becomes kind of clear, and as it did last year too, where there are cities where we have a couple of fans. Because it's good to have more than one if you're going to have an episode in one city. I have more than one fan. I'm down to 7 now since the accident. I don't know why you're laughing at that. They made a bicycle built for $35 that they had on my bike. The point is, I don't have a point. There's no point to any of this. A lot of babble. And then the cameras are rolling, and then we cut it down, and we make a show.
Big TV,
yeah,
big
and it
match.
says, I don't full time.
And so you sort of, at the same time, you're finding your fans, you're also deciding, okay,
it's
it
a process.
makes sense.
Yes, and then there's a lot of arguing and a lot of, but generally it comes down to, then we arrive, we make all our plans. Oh, it's key to get a good fixer in every city around the world, and we've been very lucky at that, and that's Jason's department. He always finds these really amazing people who say, I know what to do. Nope, you don't want to go there, you want to go here. You want to do this, nope, you don't want to do that. And so you need local people to tell you how to do this.
And that's how you stayed out of jail all these years.
Or did I? Watch episode 3. This season, awesome.
but nonetheless, how many people do you bring out to these? How big is your crew versus working with the local crews?
Well, I think.
It was a really bad question. I know.
I'm giving them shit. They're doing their job and they're doing a good job. And I think we should, let's hear it for these guys. We have, in total, I would say, we have an incredible unit of sound and two camera people who are absolutely amazing. And I don't know who's here. Who's here, Jason? Do you know who's here?
Percy, Brenda.
Stand up. These are just amazing. Stand up. Hey, ladies. They kick ass. They get it done. They're incredible. I wish they use a boom more often. It's very invasive when they get in and put the lawn on you. That's like it's unnecessary. It's going this way, all right? But like a T-Rex, I just see movement. I attack.
These photos of you are very valuable.
These are very valuable. Conan the Mike is very valuable online right now. So there's a real endurance to it too. Sometimes we have very long days. We did one day with Javier, and that was a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff you didn't even see, but I couldn't believe it. I kept thinking he's just gonna say, okay, that's enough. Yeah. And he kept saying, no, we've got to do more. I have another idea. Let's do this, let's do that. So he doesn't have enough work.
Clearly, this is a springboard to get you back.
Exactly. I thought he was in Puss in Boots, by the way. So. A little bit of fear of Vin Diesel getting angry with me, but I'll deal with that when it comes.
I was going to ask you about that.
Sometimes I worry about those things, and then I realize, what are you going to do?
Vin Diesel's known for having a great sense of humor.
He might be. I don't know. He could be a fine fellow.
Actually, no idea. Yeah.
I just loved. I loved that clip. The thing about the street is the street always wins. I could watch that clip forever. It makes no sense. How did he know that was going to happen? And how did he know Jason was going to fall right then? I can talk about this for hours, and I will. You guys want to meet up at a separate location? I will just talk to you about how insane it is that he watched the cracks forming and knew exactly what was going to happen, and knew that one stump of his size 3 boot babies would cause that garage to collapse.
It's not a real story, by the way.
Probably. It's happened all the time. Who can say?
I hope, by the way, that ad that you voiced actually does.
I think it's going to air. I'm going to make.
Because that's one of my favorite things is when you actually go and you appear on local TV shows in other countries, and then you end up actually appearing on those shows in local territories. And I always wonder, do the people know who you are?
Strangest thing I ever did was there was a guy who kind of looked a little like a German. I did this way back in the early 2000s, I think. He looked like a German David Letterman, sort of. He had little glasses like Dave, and his name is Harold Schmidt. And he had the Harold Schmidt show in Cologne, and I was in Germany doing some stuff, and he invited me on, and I went on the Harold Schmidt show, and he had copied Dave's set exactly. Plus, he also used our bits, like he used the clutch cargo, he did a couple of other bits, and they just thought like, oh, those are great, it's okay for everyone to use them, and I was actually fine with it, but I didn't care. But anyway, the point of the story is that Harold Schmidt had me on, and his whole audience is German. And so I came on and sitting there, right, and he'd say to me, hey, Conan, tell us a funny story, and I'd tell a story that always works, and hear nothing. And then he'd turn to the audience and say it to them in German. And then there'd be a long pause, and you'd hear, no. And then a cuckoo clock somewhere would go. That was weird. Yeah. But I do, it's long been a passion of mine to travel the world. And now that America's loved more than ever. Being an ambassador. If nothing else, they can take out their aggression and rage at me.
Well, that's a good time to mention that you have been picked up for another season.
Yeah, we got that was before the tariffs. So, a little worried about that. It cost us $700 million to go to China.
There may be
Some for 8 seconds.
maybe some different reactions, perhaps.
I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, but that has often been the appeal, is to try and as you know, my humor is very self-effacing, and I'm comfortable when people are laughing at me and when they're in a position of power. And so now more than ever, that feels like a good tone to be spreading around the world. And there are some of us who have some humility and are ashamed of ourselves.
You may be, seriously, the ambassador we need in the rest of the world right now.
That's a terrible thing to say. Nobody really went with it, so.
Right, I thought I was going to get an applause line on this. But nonetheless, yeah, it is interesting times. But you have another season. But this season, of course, now we can announce officially that it's back May 8th on Max. So what are the other countries you go to?
We go to, fascinating question, Austria is the third one, and then, of course, the country, yes, New Zealand. Thank you, Jesse Gaskell. And we run into a very fun celebrity there, and there's a lot of, they're all very different. Each one is very different, which is something I'm proud of. Each one has a completely different look, and my goal has always been, because travel show is such a popular genre, and I always thought I want to do a travel show where you know less about the country now. And I also have a lot of envy because I watch the other travel shows where they're just tasting delicious food. And I'm like, this is incredible! And cut back to 5-star hotel, and we were running around, and people were putting Don Quixote mustache and beard on me, bad glue. Bad glue, I don't know why, burned terribly.
And then actually going back to the production and the team that comes with you, I mean, these are elaborate makeup and.
Yeah, it isn't. There is a.
For your consideration.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Take us out of the Emmy running for costuming, but I think a high school production of Raising the Sun would be us. No, the costuming is very good, but the makeup sometimes is, I'll literally be standing in a jungle or in an olive grove, and people will be putting a very fake beard on me, and it can feel very much like we're going to be arrested. So it isn't like a movie shoot. That's all I can say. But other than that, I still think it's award-winning stuff.
It is fun to see. It looks like a little bit guerrilla filmmaking.
It is very much guerrilla. Yeah, very much grab and go. And the best things are always accidents, and you always hope for those. And little things that happen, you didn't think would happen, and. I think it wasn't a surprise, but just that Javier was so willing to do all of these things, and you'd say anything, he'd go, let's do it, man. We got to do it, man. Let's go. And yeah, it was, and so I had slept with Javier Bardem, and then a bunch of years ago, I made out with Ryan Reynolds. Then we shot a bit. I have these experiences that so many people on my staff envy, and it's just, they're like, wait a minute, you got to sleep with Javier Bardem? I'm like, yeah, we were doing a bit. I'm like, idiot.
4 different positions.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it was wonderful.
And he also managed, there's a moment where he was kind of analyzing you as well. He almost had
He did. No, he made me eat that pig's tail and then completely broke down everything that's wrong with me. It was really a beautiful moment because he's what's funny about it is that it's true. It is true. This is an art that's been going on my entire life, which is desperately trying. And if someone says to me, eat the pigtail, I will eat the pigtail. And then they'll explain to me later that nobody eats the pigtail. It's not meant to be eaten.
He was a very perceptive man then.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Now, as I was watching you eat that pigtail, I remember hearing you mention on your podcast that you got ill after this trip. So, were those connected?
I don't think so. It wasn't the pigtail. I don't know what it was. I think a bunch of us got ill. Jesse Gaskell. I was in, sorry Jesse, but I was on an escalator in Heathrow and Jesse Gaskell was sitting in front of me, sitting on the escalator going down, vomiting into a bag. Jesse, would you like to stand up? Anyway, that's how hard, there she is.
Hero.
She's got her electrolytes back.
Hashtag hero.
But that was true. They're warriors. These people that work with me are gladiators. And they work really hard, and they get sick, and we just keep going.
We're going to spend the rest of this panel just talking more about in graphic detail.
Exactly. Why is it called For Your Consideration? That feels very meek and mild. I don't want to be considered. I demand prizes. That's not the thing I don't like. I don't want for your consideration, and I demand an Emmy! 7 Emmys! For makeup alone.
That's very 2025 vibes right there.
You know, you gotta just, put it out there. You demand for your consideration. When's enough? I don't mind. I'm just curious when you think I got it. That one's it. I got it. You never know, right?
You never know.
You never know.
Thank you.
Get into your head and interrupt your flow. Oh, look, the other photographers all fled. There's something crazy happening across the street. There's a tornado. They're all getting their prize-winning photos. That 7,000th photo of me cross-legged in a chair.
He's waiting for the money shot.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
see. All right.
So when I introduced you,
I just thought you left.
when I introduced you, I was talking about what a year you've had so far. Of course, there was the little thing called the Oscars.
Yep.
And now you've agreed to return.
Yes. It's fun to do it again when we know what it is. The first time you do it, there's so much of it's just discovery, and then they asked us right away would we come back, and I say we, I mean the team that I have as well, and I said, yeah, I'd like to do that again now that we even know a little more, and maybe we could have a little more time. So it felt like fun. I mean, I had a really good time. It was really fun. It's a nice sports car to drive. That awesome. So
Yeah, and as you know, these jobs, they can be thankless, but the reviews are all fantastic. I mean, universally, people adored your performance as the host.
that's nice. What I think.
Again, where was the applause?
No.
Thank you.
That's just cheap as all of it. This is being recorded. I hear applause in my mind all the time. I don't need it. Yeah. I successfully urinate at night. I hear it.
Where's the applause?
Yeah. But I loved doing it. It was really fun. And I think the thing that helped me is that I really do love movies, and I went into it with kind of a, gee, I get to host the, this is fun, and it's cool that I get to do this. I grew up watching, some of my heroes, Johnny Carson, Bob Hope hosting the Oscars, and so Billy Crystal hosting the Oscars, and so it's cool to be part of that little chain. And so I think we worked really hard and we had good material, but I also think it helps when I had real joy and enthusiasm about doing it, and for the art form of cinema, and as I do for television. So I think when that comes out, it helps buoy things a little bit.
Yeah, and it sounds like it bringing back your writers and reuniting with them and really just having fun, and you went out there and had fun.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the relief afterwards was great, but now you're over that hump. So the second time it's going to feel a little different, I imagine. How are you going to approach the second time?
If you're built like me, you think, oh, this is more. I'll find some way to make it more perilous, a way of ruining anything with my mind. So, but I'm going to try not to do that.
You have a lot more time this time to prep.
Yes, we have about a year, which is what I really want to talk about. We're looking forward to that, and this did, and I have real thanks to HBO Max because, I'm sorry, Max, the ship wasn't working for a second. I'm doing a reinstall Monday. Max, we called them up and said, I've got to do I'd love to do the Oscars, and they said, yes, we'll let you do that. We just need another show before you go do that. So we dashed off to Austria really quickly, but ended up doing a lot of stuff. We did that show in 2 sections. We did it for a little bit, and then for family reasons, we had to break it off and then went back and finished it.
So the other thing that you premiered at Sundance is you're in a film, and this is sort of a departure for you. You've got a okay. Now I'm training now.
Pretty lackluster applause. I'd rather not get it than get, He was just keeping a fly. Sorry, there was no life.
Let me see the film.
He was putting out like a small brush fire. Really dangerous. I was approached. I got a call maybe a year and a half ago. It's quite a while ago from Adam Sandler. He just said, "Hey, buddy, A24 wants to know if they can talk to you about doing a movie." And I said, "A24? Yeah, I guess so." And he went, "You fucking bet, yes." Buddy. And it was the Safdies, and they had it's a movie by a brilliant filmmaker, writer-director named Mary Bronstein, and she had this, I read the script and I thought, this script is terrific and unlike anything I've read before, and I don't do movies, and she had Rose Byrne lined up, who is extraordinary and one of my favorite actors of all time. I think she's absolutely incredible, and so I spent a while trying to talk them out of casting me, because I said, you got Rose Byrne, you got this. I'm not an actor. That's not something I aspire to. And Mary Bronstein was like, no, you're the right person for this. And so she worked with me. I did work really hard, and I think it came out pretty well. And what I will say is that this movie is not about me. It's Rose Byrne, I believe, gives a performance that will make people's eyeballs fall out in a good way, and I think it will be much discussed. It's already been a hit at film festivals, not just at Sundance, but in Berlin. So I'm glad that I didn't get in the way of this film's success, and I'm very happy for Mary and for Rose and the other true heroes here.
So do you think this is
called If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. So it just rolls off the tongue. It's like Grease. That's the original title.
I'd be saving it for this one.
Yeah.
But now that you sort of feel like you're maybe a little bit over that hump, is this something you want to do more of? Maybe explore a little more dramatic performance?
Let's have this come out and see what people. I will say that I started in comedy professionally in 1985, and working on a show called Not Necessarily News with my partner, Greg Daniels, and then I've had this long, crazy trajectory, even before I got the late night show, and then I got that in '93, and then through that, 16 years of that, and then Tonight Show, TBS, and this period, we started doing the podcast as kind of just a fun thing that I had no aspirations. I just, this guy, Adam Sachs, said, you should think about doing a podcast. And I said, well, why would I do a podcast? I had a TV show, and he said, hey, just give it a shot. And so we made a fake one in the basement, literally, like, where I read fake ads, and I just was goofing around, and I just had a blast. And so we started making a podcast, and that turned into a thing which then connects to this show. And it's a very funny thing to say, but I believe that I've been blessed with this incredibly great career, but I believe that I'm more creatively engaged now at 61 than I've been at any other point in my life, and I don't know how that happened. I mean, it's really, I don't know why, these opportunities are coming my way, and I take them very seriously, and I work hard at them, but I'm having so much fun, and feeling like I get to try a lot of different kinds of things. And so as much as I loved doing that old late night format, I've been very glad that when you leave it, all these other things have popped up.
Right, you have more time to sort of scratch all these different issues.
Yeah. Just saying, hang in there, get as old as me.
Life starts at 60 happens.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. That's probably not true. This could be a blip, checking with me in a year. Maybe begging you to kill me.
I should.
I know things too well, It's a serious cry for help, and everyone's taking it. We'll look at this later and go, we should have listened.
Well, before we end things, I think Jordan Schlansky is here, right?
Jordan Schlansky is here. We gotta do there he is. People have to know that he really does. You're one of the strangest people I've ever met, Jordan. You're a gift that just keeps on giving, and we will have the strangest. Jordan and I, and sometimes we'll be in one of these cities, and we're done shooting, and we go to a restaurant, and he's doing that shit. You say pepper, but it's pepper. Pepper from the Greek papiato. And I'll say there's no fucking camera. But he is that guy. And he'll gesture, and he'll say things like, I'll say, why did you do that? He'll say, I am a man. And I'll say, no one starts a sentence with, I am a man. I mean, maybe in like Odysseus, but no. He talks that way, but that is him through and through. And it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I like that you're coming in hot with this first episode with so much Jordan. You're like,
It comes and goes.
Jordan.
It comes and goes. It comes and goes. Like any other disease. Waxes and wanes, the sores erupt, postulate, they crust and harden. Finally, the scab falls off. You feel better. You think it's behind you. 6 months later, you feel it again.
Yeah. And you really need to have
I'm sure you get all of this. I want to say a really funny thing happened just before, as the show was ending. Someone whispered in my ear, someone works here. Conan, when this ends, don't worry. Security will see you safely out. I've never had that in my life. And look at these people. Like, I've never felt safer. I fear none of you. I'm happy to say hi. I just love the idea that the minute this is over, massive men are going to move in and create like a wall of flesh and muscle around me to get me safely back to my Ford Taurus so I can go home.
Well, in Santa Monica, when it comes to street fighting,
Yeah, it all happens right here.
The streets win.
Yes.